Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Satisfactory. We are on the floor of the new expansion. My goodness, it just looks so beautiful. I really need to figure out how to turn off my flashlight here. No, not that. Oh, search. I don't know what that does. B. B for flashlight. Okay. It really is overwhelming when you sit here and you look at all of these connexes lined up and you know that like all this stuff needs to be brought to the new section. So what I was thinking that I would do was I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring out construction, the conveyor belts, and I'm going to have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, maybe. I was like, I'm gonna bring them all out. I'm gonna have 13 conveyor belts right here in a line, and I'm gonna make the conveyor belts look good. They're gonna be 90-degree angles, so they would come out, they would turn 90 degrees, come up here, turn 90 degrees, and they would go into their slot. And I have all 13 lined up right here. And then I thought, well, you know what I should do is I should combine them, right? So if I have, for instance, these guys are making screws here. Are you also making screws? You are. So these two screws would come out, they would merge here, so I wouldn't have 13, I'd have 12, because I'm going to merge those. And then down here, I think there are 4 that are making, 2 that are making rods. This one and this one I think are making rods, yeah. So I combine those, and then these guys, yeah, all 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're already kind of, these 3 are already doing it. These 3 are already being merged, but it needs to be cleaned up. That merge block needs to be brought down to like right here in the middle. Actually, I would put it like right there, and I would merge those 2 and then those 2, and then I'd have another merger out here. So these 4 would just go into one, right? And then I just have the concrete brought up. So I was like, okay, instead of having 13, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then down here, I think this would be 5. I think these 2 are making the same thing. Yeah, so 5, and then this is making something different. It's making the coiled cables, and then this is making the, yeah. So that would be 5, 6, 7. So I just have 7, right? I thought I would combine them all together, and I would have 7 here. And then the next thing I would do is I would build the new assembler. Like I'd lay these things out, and I would see like what it is that I would need. Like what am I build? Oh, Christmas is still going on. That's cool. And like what am I trying to make? So I'd be making these, the hardened plates, the modular frames, the rotators, or the rotor, and then the smart plating. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 factories. So 8, because I would want to have 2 making these. I want to have 2 making these. I want to have 2 making these. I want to have 2 making these, right? But this is a 3rd level. This only is for the space elevator, right? So this might be something that I don't even worry about right this moment. Okay, I want to get the industrial thing going up. So I would bring all, how many did I say? 5, 6, 7. I'd bring all 7 of those conveyor belts up here to the very end, right? And then from those 7, we would break out into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'd be 6 assemblers lined up here. 2 would be making the plates, 2 would be making the frames, and then 2 would be making the rotor. And then that way we would have our industrial, like we'd still be producing our industry. So what do you guys think about that? Think that's pretty good? So one of these factories would be doing the regular plate, which would require the iron plates, and it would require the screws. So these 2, and then the one that comes in that brings in those plates, they would need to be at the absolute bottom. So let's say we're going to do 7, and let's say we're going to have those 7 terminate. So it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So these 2, this would be plate and screws, right? So plate and screw would be together there, so that they, or I mean like up here. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I should align this up so that it would go directly into that. Because one of these we're going to be using the stitched plates. And that's just going to require the, well, no matter what we do, we're going to have these, maybe instead of, maybe we'll just have 2, right? Like down here we have 4 Connexes that make these sheets, these steel plates. Maybe we'll just put those, we'll merge those 2 together into one, and we'll merge those 2 together into one. One will come up here and will go into stitch plate production, and then one will come up going into regular hardened plate production. Is that what this is called? Hardened plate? I believe so. Right? Reinforced plate production, right? So one for that, one for that. And then that way we would have 2 factories pumping out these 2 things. Now this one needs hardened plate and it needs hardened plate and the iron rods. And the iron rods are going to combine together into one. So one of these will have iron rods. It'll go through, like it'll go through here. There we go, perfect. I mean, that one right there lines up. So like it'll go through here, and when this one spits out the reinforced plate, and then that rod will be right here, and then I can just put another assembler right here in front of this. So out from there into here, and then into here. I might go out into a Connex, like a holding, like a Connex holder, just so if there is ever any leftovers we have from this, and I don't think there will be, but if there's ever any leftovers, they'll go into a Connex container, and then we'll put one right, and we'll put another assembler right here, making the modular frame. But we would like to have 2 modular frame factories. So maybe, you know, we put the other assembler here, and the other assembler, it's also making the hardened, what is it called? What do they keep calling it? Reinforced plate. So we have the 2 reinforced plate factories. They come out and they merge here, or they come, like one comes out, it takes a hard left, it comes in right here, like it'll go over this, like it goes up and comes back down, comes in right here. They both go forward a little bit, they go into a merger block, and then they both merge into here, so that the Connex container starts filling up with a reinforced plate. And then out from the reinforced plate, we'll split them again. We'll have a splitter, and it'll go into 2 factories, 2 assemblers, making the reinforced frame, right? And then hopefully this thing doesn't need, yeah, this thing just needs the screws, and it needs the rods. So the rods will be used there. The rods, I'm saying, are going to come through here, and maybe the rods split off so that one rod goes into, well, the rods are going to have to split off anyway, because we're going to have 2 factories here. Maybe I should lay that out. Maybe I should lay out the assemblers, just so I kind of like get what I'm doing here. I don't think it'll stand the test of time, but maybe it will. So those 2 are my hardened plate producers, and then here it comes out. I know you lose material, like, trust me, I know that you lose material when you rip these things up, right? But I'd rather visually be able, there should be a planning tool, but there is not. And then this would be our 2 modular frame makers, right? So you'd be producing modular frames, you'd be producing modular frames, you're going to be producing stitched, probably. Let's have you do the stitched, right? So you're making the reinforced plate stitched, and then you're making reinforced plate traditional, and then you're both sending out reinforced plate that's eventually gonna end up here and here, right? So we have one rod coming through here, and then that rod needs to be used here and over here, right? So we have one belt coming in, there'll be a splitter here, and then it feeds into each of those. So the one iron belt here, like it'll merge, it'll go into one, and then from the one it'll come back out and split again. And the only reason why we're merging it and then sending it through and then having it split again, it's just to kind of tidy things up on that side, right? And I'm going to leave myself a lot of room. I probably should have counted and make sure I had at least 7 units. I'm sure that I do. 1, 2, okay. So let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7. So yeah, I have more than enough room that I'm going to need to bring this stuff down, especially when I clean that stuff out down there and I move the power plants. I'll have more than enough to run all 7 down here and have them empty into this. Yes, this one probably should have been lined up with that, but I mean, I can still do it. I mean, it's not the biggest thing in the world to grab it and do that. I just want them to be all perfect, lined up. And that one is lined up with that one, so there we go. All right. And then probably these two probably should have been lined up somehow. Oh, you know what? Maybe I do that first. Maybe I just get this situated where I have the iron rods going in here. Maybe I just take it one step at a time, and I just move. Yeah, maybe just concentrate on that first. I try to clean things up, make it look not. Oh, that one didn't need to go. That was where it should be. Perfect. Okay, right there. And then down here. And then that. That way they'll go directly in. And this one, I said this one was the stitched. Don't do that. This was a stitched plate one. So this one needs wire and iron plate. So I need to bring the iron plate from down there. Do I have my inventory cleared up for this? Yeah, more or less. Okay. Then rip that up. Rip that up. Rip that up. That's going. That's going. That's going. Perfect. Alright, so now I want to have one nice, straight, clean belt that goes all the way from the top to the bottom to pick up those iron plates, at least the first iron plate. And I want that iron plate to go right there, right? So I want that to turn 90 degrees at some point and go into that. So yeah, you go straight, and then you're coming this way. How can I make that 90-degree turn look clean? Can you go from there to there? Okay. All right, that looks good to me. So now let's bring this all the way down. Okay, I'm just going to put in a deal here. Okay. I hope I can give myself enough room. I wonder if I should push this all the way to the... Ah! Okay. Aww. Aww. Stand by, everybody. Stand by. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this guy is a maniac. Oh, so here, while we're swimming, this is so when I started this channel, I was talking to a friend of mine who is a musician, and he was lamenting. He was like, dude, I have made so many songs, and I posted songs, and I've always tried to kind of get a footprint on YouTube, and I just can't do it, right? Like it's a very difficult it's very difficult to break into YouTube, right? It's like to be a new content creator. And I was like, yeah, the heyday is absolutely 100% over. You know, back when people were brand new and people like the quality of the broadcasts like weren't super duper great, you know, like they were okay, and I mean, people loved them. It was a good starting point. But now, like, you have these conglomerates, you know, like you have these YouTube personalities that have come together, and they are making like they actually have, like, they buy little businesses, and they have people in there who are video editors, and the video editors, like, they just send them raw footage, and they're like, make it look funny, you know. Oh, that's cool. That's kind of creepy as where's my it's logistics, and it's a splitter there. Oh, no, it's a merger. But they have people who come in and they just give them raw footage, and they're just like, make me look good, you know, like, do it. So but yeah, he was lamenting. He was like, the heyday is over. Like, you have to really be, you know, squared away to make a footprint. So I told him, I was like, well, the secret lies in, oh, put it in front of the wrong one. I was like, the secret lies in, you have to make sure, like, the people have to know, like, what they're going to get from you every single week. It's got to be consistent, and you got to have a brand, right? Like when I did the Hunt for Gold series, I religiously, every time, you know, hey, welcome to Hunter, Call of the Wild, the Hunt for Gold, you know, like every single time I did it, because I always wanted people to know, like, this is, like, on this episode, you know what you're getting, you know, like, this is no BS. So I kind of stay away from changing my format. You know, like, you know what you're going to get when you watch this channel. I know what I'm going to present, you know, on this channel. But I have noticed that it might be time for a format change. It might be time to do something a little different. I had insanely good growth with one episode of Cryofall. Had a lot of people who watched that, and a lot of people who thought it was just great. And I was like, yeah, you know, Cryofall, it's a fun game and I like it. I had a lot of growth, and then I was hoping that growth would be exponential, that eventually people would see my other videos and it would just, I would get to that Fable. I mean, 100 subscribers is my goal. If I can get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to be very, very happy. If I can get, you know, I mean, I see some people who make videos that are worse than mine, and they have, you know, 38,000 subscribers, and their videos get like 10,000 views, right? Now, doesn't that look nice and clean? Look at that. Look at that. Looks good. So we're bringing that all the way down, and it's going to go into the second one from the left, correct? Correct. It goes in the second one from the left, and then now all we need is our next contestant, which I believe is going to be you, right? So we'll bring you out, we'll merge you together, and then we'll bring your deal right here next to this one, have it turn just like this one, and go into here, and that's going to cut off my cable from being used, and it's going to cut off that from being used. However, they're not being used right now. There's no production that requires those two, right? There will be production that requires those two, I'm very sure, and in the future I'll probably have to run. Can I sneak in a deal here? A foundation? I can. Interesting. I did not think I'd be able to do that. Interesting. It cuts through the I just wouldn't have thought that. If I do need them in the future, their stuff is going to run out right there. Like, it'll run boop, right down that line. Alright, so next one. So I'm thinking about doing a change in format. And the change in format is going to be something on the order of, instead of doing things like this where I'm just playing and you just sit there and you watch, this is a merge, right? So it's no, that's a splitter. I want a merger. Yeah, that was the wrong one. Okay, yeah, no, it's one green out. What? Says it's a splitter. I don't want a splitter, I want a merger. Yeah, there's the merger. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button to spin it around. I should be hitting the mouse button, but I was hitting E or something. Oh, my fault. Mea culpa. But it wouldn't be like this anymore. It wouldn't be me playing for like 40 minutes straight or 30 minutes straight. It would just be, I would play at home. I would do everything that I need to get done, and then I would do like a wrap up at the end. Like, I'd bring you back in for 10 minutes. I'd be like, hey, this is where we started, and I'd show you kind of like a recap of where we started. And then I was like, and this is what I did today. And then I would just show you the the very specific work that I had done just for that episode. And then at the end, it'd be like a 10-minute long video, and then you would be like, oh, okay, I see exactly what he did during this video, and I know what's being done in the factory. And that'd be the end of it, right? That'd be as far as it goes. There would no longer would I be here, you know, talking to you for 30 or 40 minutes at a time. You wouldn't see how I built things. You would just see that things, oh, I just switched it. Oh no. Okay, look at that. I finally figured out how to switch things. So there's 2. There's 3, and there's 4. And there, oh, we met, yes, the, and 1. Ha! Now I know how to do that. Perfect. You hover over and you press the number. I love that. Love it. Let me go ahead and get this done first. That should be here, like that. Yeah. Sure, we'll do the same curve. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah. And we'll just push you into there. I don't think you would be needed. Looks a little hinky not having a support, but you know. And then you would go directly into there. Alright. And there's our stitched copper plates. And that's 2 outputs into 1 input, right? That's 2 outputs. What's wrong with my graphics? That doesn't look right. Oh, 2 outputs into 1 input. Really? Oh, it's because it's completely off. Like it won't even take the 20 unless it's on. Okay, perfect. And then now we'll be doing the more traditional version of that, which we will do screws. So we'll put these 2 screws together, and we'll move the screws up all the way into like right here, and then we'll have the screws jump over right here, I suppose. Yeah. And the screws, we'll just have a go up. One of the things that, where's that? Yep, a lift mark 1. Whoopsie doodle. Make that part 5. Then go to this and make that 4. Perfect. We'll have a lift go up and then lift come down, and then it'll go directly into here. I wonder, I probably can go ahead and do that just right now. Get it lined up with that. So, yep. All right. I'm gonna have to take a break for just 1 second here. I think I hear a crying baby. Let me go see. I think she might have fallen. Hold on. Okay, we're back. Yeah, unfortunately, Lego Friends Christmas present dropped. Yeah, it's gotta be rough. So how do you make this? I guess you do it like that, right? This is probably way more than you would need. See, that's the going out. That's going in. I'll probably just do that thing where you have it go up for a second. Where was it? I think it's, oh, it is the lift. Stackable. Support for conveyor belts can be stacked on other stackable supports. I don't know what that means. Does that mean you? I don't know what that means. I don't know what this does. I don't know the function of this thing. Is that where you put it down and then you put the conveyor belt on top of it so you can walk? Like I could have put it here so I could like walk here on the factory. I don't really know. All I know is I need to get screws on this side and plates on that side. So let's go ahead and start moving some screws over. Let's merge them first and then let's move some screws over. So, take that up. Take that up. Merge a block here. And a merge, I'm gonna need, yeah. Oh, I can't really kind of get this going the way I want it to. There, perfect. I did that on the fly. Ha! And this has to go into that. That, and then here. Do that. So the 2 comes out. Goes directly into. Does it even need that support there? I guess it doesn't. Ooh. And that goes into there. That's all the screws, right? So all the screws are being merged together. Then they're going to leave, come straight up this way. They're going to turn and go up and over. So come this way. I'm trying to make this as straight as possible. Like I want it to be I want it to be, wow, just that fast, huh? Can you make that turn? Can you go up that platform? No, it doesn't like that at all. If I back you up a little bit, say from like there to there, now can you make that? Okay, perfect. Well, not perfect, but that does what we want it to do. So can you just come out straight? Yeah, okay. A little bit, yeah, a little bit more. Okay, yeah. Not bad, not bad. It's getting a little bit more fancy than I'd like, but yeah, it's doing its job. Okay, all right, and then the last one is going to be and that's getting tight. Getting tight in there for those, but it's okay because we'll merge them right here, then we'll send them up and over. I should be able to build a platform right here, a foundation. That. Is that kind of getting us where we need to be? Go ahead and build those out. What does the yellow mean? Overlapping something. Oh, I think it's overlapping that thing. It'll be fine. You're still working. Everything's still going on. We're great. And let's bring our last two of these things together. I think this right here has I think doing this has really brought our lab or our factory. I mean, I feel great about our factory right now doing this. Taking this time and like organizing it and putting all this stuff together. I feel really good about spending time doing this. So have that come out there, that into that, and then that goes into there. And that comes out here, straight as an arrow. Yep, it'll line up with that other one. Yep, here. Love it. And then we'll have another. Probably just, yeah, that close together. We'll come all the way down this way, just straight as we can. And have it turn on the underside of this one. Come in right here. And then bring this. That might be too sharp of a turn. Actually, it might not like that. Oh no, it loves it. Perfect. And there we go. That should be bringing another row of steel plates down this way. So there we go. Only thing now is those two. Oof, that's going to be rough later on if we really need that stuff. If we need, you know what I mean? Like, that's just going to be rough. And where did I say I was going to put the... I was going to bring those in through the middle? Is that what I said I was going to do? Come up and come over, run it down this way. It comes up at an angle right through there, and it turns and goes down this way. Ooh, that would look really sick, wouldn't it? Oh, that looks so cool if it came down at an angle and went right through there and then came in. That would look cool. So then that makes our reinforced plates, and then here you're making those things, the modular plates, which is reinforced plates and then rods. Maybe I should have lined this thing up directly with those so that at least, yeah, let's do that. And again, I know, you don't get 100% of your build components back. But that's okay, because I'd like to have at least one of these inputs lined up with one of those, I think, is what I'd like to see. Ooh, did I want to have a Connex? I think I did want to have a Connex. Yeah. I think I wanted to have a Connex. I tell you what, let's not send the iron rods through the middle of that, even though that'll look really cool. Let's just have these guys come out, and then they'll merge into one Connex. Like, let's put out a merge block. Let's put the merge block here, probably. And I probably could turn them on too. I probably have enough power to run them. Let me go look at a power pole right quick and just kind of see what where we're at with power. Ooh, maybe not. We can produce 300 and we're currently using 140. Okay, maybe we can. Maybe we can. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and turn these bad boys on. Were you a 3? You were a 2. Nice. You're on this row here. Perfect. Love that. And then just go ahead and hook you up. 1, 2. And there we go. They're getting what they need to turn on for the first time. There's a 10 out of 10. Getting the wire. This one's already turned on and going. That one's going to take another second because it needs, there we go. Now it has the wire it needs. Oh, kidoki. Now we're starting to make our reinforced plate again, and it looks a lot better than it did before. Going up the side, I don't know what I was thinking doing that. I just lay it out flat like this. And then over here, the merge block. And I think I want to do the merge block on this side. There's the out. Just do that. And then have you come out. And do that. So that comes out. You make your 90-degree turn and then go directly into that merge block. You come out. You go into your merge block. Then we'll have a Connex here. Not that I think we're gonna. Oh yeah, there's stations. Yeah. Not that I think that we're going to be storing a lot in this Connex, but it's just nice to have it. If for whatever reason in the future we rip up something, mainly like what we're doing. Hey, oh, I put it the wrong way. Like right now, when we were putting all this stuff together, the old factory was just running. Like we were. Oh no! This is the out. I don't think I wanted to go this way with it, but that's fine. So the old part of the factory was running while we were doing the new part of the factory, right? So the new part of the factory, we ripped it up and nothing was being processed, but all that old part of the factory was still making things and they were being stored in the Connex, you know? So that's awesome. That's awesome. Look how pretty this looks. Look how pretty. And we have a ton of the material flowing in because we have two you know, we have 2 lines merging into one for each of these. We have 2 screws merging into one. We have 2 of the copper wire merging into one, 2 plates merging into one. So I think this is more than sustainable. I think this is going to be okay dokie. But from here, now we got to bring in now we got to merge the 2 irons together, the iron rods together. We got to bring them over, and we're going to bring them over just on the other side of that. And then we'll have the other 2 factories over there making the modular components. And we're not going to get to the rotor today. The rotors are going to require plates as well. I might steal from this one, or I might steal from that one. I might have these 2 like merge right here, right? They merge into one, and then they go down to 1 for a little bit, and then right here they split, and they split off again into these 2, and they go back to this, and then the other split runs out that way, right? I might do that, or it might be time just to go find more what? That's not far away. Oh, that's the iron that we're pulling from, I think. Yeah, but that's yeah, that's not far away. 800, that might be far away. 177 though, that's not far away. That's just right up there. It might be time to go and tap another another vein of iron, because I think one iron mine runs 2 smelters, and then each smelter runs 2 of these basic machines here. So yeah, that might be an iron plate issue right there. But I think we'll go ahead and call it for right now. This has been a 35-minute video, and like I said, the baby knocked over her Lego friends, so I'm gonna go downstairs and do some triage there. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed this, and let me know what you think about the new format. If you think it's something that we should go into, or if it's something we should stay away from. Just to recap one more time, if you haven't, if you forgot, or if you didn't quite understand what I was saying, because I get scatterbrained while I'm trying to do 2 things at once. The new format would be like in this video, I would have logged on and I would have been like, hey folks, this is what we're going to do today, and then I would have done like a little time forward thing, and I'd be standing here doing this, and then I would say like, look how beautiful this all looks now, let me show you what I did, and then I would just go and I would show you me putting all this stuff together. And you wouldn't have been here for me doing it. You would just see the before, then the after, and then that would be like a 10-minute video, right? And I don't know if that would give me more subscribers or if it'd give me more views, but I do feel like the long play stuff is more for streaming, right? So like if I were long playing right now and I was like, man, I don't know how to do this, I could look over at chat and someone would be like, oh, a really good thing that people do is blah blah blah, and I'd be like, oh awesome, I didn't know that. And then I could go ahead and just, you know, do that thing that you were suggesting. I feel like these videos are more inclined to that. But I don't know. Maybe what I like doing is I like turning on a video like this, and then I like playing the game, so that in the background I just hear someone talking and doing the same thing that I'm talking and doing. And if I get stuck, I can look at that person's video and see how they're doing it. You know, or if I mean, I don't know. I'm a complicated individual, but that's just kind of how I like to play some games. You know, like Project Zombinoid. I bought it and I tried playing it, but I got very scared and I stopped. But when I watch people play it, I'm always just chomping at the bit to get in there and like do what they're doing. But I get too scared. The zombie was outside my door and I panicked and he bit me and then I died and then I stopped playing. I got my refund. And anyway. Have a great day, folks. See you in the next one. And let me know how you think about the new format, if we should move into that direction or not. And if we do move into that format, then we'll stay in that format for another year, because like I said, you gotta be predictable. People have to know what they're getting into when they watch your videos, right? People don't like jumping around or I mean, that's why the big YouTubers have like 2 or 3 different YouTube channels, you know, is they don't want to confuse the brand that you're used to with their new thing. Oh, look, you can get up here. Already got 65 of these things, man. That's amazing. All right, bye folks, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.